Welcome to DStv Roundtable with me, Donovan Goliath. I am now going to hear from a gentleman I am super inspired by when it comes to fashion sense, because I really need to understand, just based on his shoes, you know, do you now need to buy shoe polish and brasso to clean these shoes, because there are metal studs all over them. Polishing the shoe will take a very, very long time. You know, I don't even know. But Bishop Makamu is here. I want to chat your show, Rea Tsotsella, no? And what do you hope to achieve with this show?
I guess people need to understand the meaning of the name Rea Tsotsella. It is a Tswana word that says we care. So we focus on rebuilding the relationships. It could be a mother and a daughter, or it could be any relationship. So they come to the show so that we can mend their relationships. So at times when we fail to, maybe you feel that we fail to solve it live on our show, we've got some experts behind the scene that we normally invite that speaks to the people even after the show to make sure that we make an impact as well.
Therapists, or when you say experts?
Yes, even social workers as well.
Okay,
they also play a role when people came because they were raped and all that, yeah.
Okay, excellent. And do you think the show has a positive effect on, you know, the people on the show, and of course the viewers as well?
Especially on the people that comes to the show, because they get to, we become their mediators in a way, because you write to the show because you try to speak to somebody, but you didn't reach an agreement. So maybe the person owes you money. So we come on board, and sometimes the people that does that are scammers. So we tend to expose the scammers so the viewers can benefit to know that, oh, okay, we've heard about you. You're selling a house that is not yours, you know. So during that time, we can say it is education, and also exposing some people that our community needs to know that, no, be careful about these ones.
Nice, and it's obviously gained a lot of traction. People call in and really want to be part of it.
That's true, because almost everybody has got the problem, though they are different. So we cater for all kinds of them.
Different demographics. You travel around South Africa quite a bit?
Yes, we do. We just came back from Limpopo now. Yeah. We're in Durban, so we go around, you know.
That's absolutely fantastic, but does it ever get tiring for you? When I say tiring, I mean, you know, you're sitting there listening to all of these crazy stories, and there are times when, I'm sure a lot of you can attest to this, when you can feed off of that energy and take it with you, you know, especially if you've heard like a bit of a horror story and you're this person, the mediator between the victim and the culprit, for example, and, you know, you've got to try and patch things up. So you have to take all of this on still with, you know, flair and a smile on your face, because it is still TV at the end of the day. Does it ever leave you feeling quite heavy?
Not really, because as a pastor, I take it as a ministry. It is my ministry to make sure that I bring peace to two parties. Two, I take it as my job at the same time. You know, I run a funeral parlor. So, so as I run a funeral parlor, if I happen to coffin a person, I don't cry for every person I coffin. I'm doing my job.
Yes.
You know, you don't really get emotional with everybody and everything. You just do your job and get over.
And move on.
Yeah. You can't cry for everybody that you touch.
So you guys don't do like a follow-up?
We do, to know if that person says I'll pay, and then the producers will call and say, did you pay? We get the feedback, then we normally put that WhatsApp message from them that, yes, the money was paid, or whatever the case is, the updates,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There was some controversy that surrounded you and the show before. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, the controversy was about me being a pastor and hosting that show, because the show, in the beginning, the perception of people, they thought it is Jerry Springer show.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, because people would be physical at the same time, and so it has been, everybody's been talking about it, that what kind of a pastor are you? Why would you do this? Why would you entertain a show like that? And I didn't mind at the end of the day, because I felt like as a pastor, I cannot just sit still when somebody rapes anybody. I cannot sit still if somebody scams anybody. I think that's a duty of a pastor as well, to address matters like those. And I took it. Unfortunately, I was one of the first pastors who would be in situation like that, and everybody got an opportunity to criticize. And I'm glad that I was delivered from people. You know, people say this today, tomorrow they say something else. And biblically, I can tell you that I've seen Jesus host a talk show, hey? Let me talk about that. There's a story in the Bible whereby Jesus, they brought a lady that has committed an adultery. So I could say it's an infidelity show, a case. Yeah. So they brought the lady and they said to Jesus, we got this lady committing an adultery, so we want you to know, what are you saying about the case? You know, would I say Jesus was a host of the show and the lady was the victim or whatsoever? Unfortunately, to that talk show, not everybody that came, they couldn't get the abuser or the guy. Yes. Only the lady that came to the show. And Jesus solved the problem. He said to all of you, if there's any of you that does not have has not committed a sin, be the first one to stone the woman. You know, if Jesus addressed matters like those, who am I to say I'm too holy to deal with matters like this? So I was the first one to come and say, even if it looks like Jerry Springer show, but at least I'm bringing peace to people. I did it, and the rest is history.
Well, I think it's safe to say then, ladies and gentlemen, that Bishop over here did the Lord's work. So shout out to you, Bishop.
Bishop, can I ask, man?
Yeah.
With the show, do you have people that walk off set, you know, to say...
They do, but I always go after them and beg them. You know why I beg them not to go? Because in the absence of your story, the story I've heard is true. So you need to defend yourself. Don't walk away. The moment you walk away, we know that you are guilty.
But even what if I'm guilty, I scammed you.
Yes.
Yeah, so and I walk off.
We can let you go.
Whether I sit there or I walk off is the
you're going to walk off, but we don't stop the show. We continue with the lady. And imagine somebody speaking in your absence. We don't stop the show because you didn't want to be part of the show. We continue with the complainant. And she will say whatever she says, and you will see it on TV.
My goodness.
Then
But
I'll
then
say,
the audacity
I
of
don't care.
arrival, like to actually arrive at the show, to then to walk off, to
They
disprove.
tell you,
I don't know.
they
how
tell
do
you
get them
no,
there?
you're coming there for all you need is love.
Oh, so you guys picked on these people.
Yeah, no, we do.
It's like you.
So next time you know, if you get
Otherwise,
a
we've got our
cold,
own ways that we can bring you.
But then also, do you
Pilan,
bring
if you
content?
want to, we can get you. Because we know what you like, eh? We'll tell you that, no, we've got some interior
Though
things.
the assumption that somebody walks off is not right, because people can plead the fifth, and that this matter shall not be resolved on television. They can go to court.
Not really, because you sign a consent form. Remember, before a release form?
No, what I'm saying is walking off does not necessarily mean you're guilty.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're speechless, and this doesn't feel like
But
it'll
you
get
can't
anything.
correct to millions of people that watched the show.
Yeah.
You had an opportunity to speak for yourself. And 2 weeks later, we play the show. Everybody on the street, when they see you, they run away. They talk bad about you. They laugh at you.
Yep.
So you don't want that. You want to speak and defend yourself. Either you are guilty or not guilty, at least speak for yourself.
Jerry!
Bishop, it was in the headlines last year that you had COVID-19. Speak to me about that experience.
Yeah, I tested positive, and I guess there are different types or levels of COVID. You know, there's where you feel you've got the symptoms, but you don't really get the actual COVID. So I got the actual one, full-blown one, where I felt, I think I reached that moment where I felt, sengiyafa, you know. Because I even collapsed and I was taken to the hospital. I was resuscitated and then I came back. I was, when the doctor, in fact, when I was, again, my conscious, the doctor told me that it reached a level whereby it is killing. You know, you just have to hold on. Either a day or two, it will decide that you're still here or you are gone. You know, those were the most terrifying moments of my life. And hey, man, I work with dead people at times, but it was too scary for me when I knew that now it's my turn. You know, we've got a WhatsApp group with my staff whereby they would write a message that, guys, the mortuary is full. We're only left with one shelf. Do you know that I thought that shelf is for me at times, because I knew that I was helpless. There was nothing I could do. That is the only time whereby maybe God gave me a testimony because I don't even know how I survived because I knew there's nothing I've done. Yeah, even the doctors told us, drink the zinc, drink the vitamin, whatever. But the only miracle here can only come either from your ancestors or from God. You know, because...
I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Because other people are drinking the same thing,
yes,
but they still pass on and die, you know.
Yeah. What did you take away from the experience, though, being a spiritual person, obviously, and has this, excuse me, impacted your outlook on life? Has it impacted, the decisions that you make now going forward?
I've learned to value life to a point that if you are healthy like that without any pain in your body, should be very grateful. And if there's anything you can do to maintain that, do it. Because there are times whereby you are just sleeping in your bed, you can't move, they carry you around, you can't do anything. I've been there. And knowing that I was never involved in a car accident, nothing happened exactly to my body. It was just a virus that came. And remember when it started, it was a joke to us. You know, Corona, mina angaze ngabe ngendiza, angaze ngiye America. You know, I've never been to a flight, so whoever brought this, it will just kill those who are flying every day. And boom, at the end, it was me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shucks. Thank you so much for that, Bishop. And you know what, to everybody out there, like, remember, we are still in a pandemic. Please do be responsible. Please stay safe. Wear a mask. And I always like to say that, you know, those that are resistant against wearing masks, if you're not going to do it for yourself, then at least do it for everyone else. I think the one thing that we're missing here is community, you know, and I think we can learn a lot from a lot of the countries, I think, who managed to sort of overcome this thing, who celebrate community and don't think about themselves, but think about the impact that they can have on everybody else around them. But thank you so much for sharing your story there, Bishop Makamu. That's I guess as much as I want to say about that. This is DStv Roundtable. My name is Donovan Goliath. Thank you so much for watching. Please do check out Bishop Makamu's show and everybody else's show on the platform, on DStv, and of course the DStv app. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe.